Having an unbeaten record often comes with an aura of invincibility. This is why most unbeaten boxers would do anything to protect their perfect record. However, sooner or later, most fighters would eventually taste defeat, usually in unexpected ways. In this video, we've compiled a list of undefeated fighters who were brutally knocked down by their opponents. 2008 Olympic bronze medalist and British heavyweight champion David Price took on American Tony Thompson in his 16th professional bout in February 2013. Price had previously knocked out all but 2 of his 15 opponents coming into this bout and was installed as the pre-fight favorite.
Thompson said that he would be the stronger man and that from the southpaw stance he would boss this fight.
In the second round, however, Thompson stopped Price with a huge knockout shot.
Yep, it's exciting times in this heavyweight to be...
Oh, goodness me! Well, there is the disaster scenario for this huge crowd, and Price is in real trouble. He's on jelly legs, and it's been stopped. It's all over. It has been finished in the second round. Tony Thompson has delivered a tremendous shot. Price caught and defeated.
In October 2009, WBA super featherweight champion Jorge Linares defended his title against unbeaten Mexican challenger Juan Carlos Salgado. The champion also came into the bout with a perfect record of 27-0. The bout started with Salgado coming forward aggressively and caught Linares with the left hook. The champion quickly got back to his feet, but Salgado jumped right on him and stopped the fight in just 73 seconds. In March 2018, Dillian Whyte defended his WBC silver heavyweight title against undefeated Australian challenger Lucas Brown. This was coming after months of heated exchanges between the two heavyweights.
Defend yourselves at all times. Shake hands.
Styles. We're ready, Cole.
Whyte bloodied Brown in the opening round
Added advantage in speed.
and continued to dominate the fight before knocking the Australian challenger out cold in the 6th round.
Big combinations. Lucas Brown will try and chat one more, but he can't. And the left hand lays him out. Dillian Whyte is victorious. And it's a dramatic finish after a punch-perfect display.
Back in the late 1980s, Mike Tyson was the most feared boxer in the heavyweight division. He became the youngest champion at the age of 20 and unified all the major titles to become the undisputed champion. In February 1990, Tyson was scheduled to make his 10th championship defense against 42-1 underdog James "Buster" Douglas, whom no one gave a chance. On top of that, Douglas lost his mother a few days before the fight, so no one, including Tyson, expected him to be a challenge.
Instruction. Shake hands and good luck both.
Buster Douglas is a conventional fighter who likes to work behind a stiff left jab.
Tyson came out hoping to end the fight early as usual, but he was unable to mount any significant offense against Douglas.
It's no cupcake.
Keep in mind that Carl Williams looked pretty loose and relaxed against Tyson until Tyson...
The challenger enjoyed moments of success against Tyson, who grew frustrated as the fight wore on.
Tyson's point saying, be smart, work your way in. Another good right, but Tyson comes right through. There's our right hand again. It's going to happen every time.
Another right hand, and now Tyson seems to be wobbled. Mike is not throwing back. Buster...
But in the last seconds of round 8, Tyson found a home for a big uppercut that sent Douglas to the canvas.
He's always been the initiator. Here he's against the ropes. I've never seen.
And there's a right hand uppercut, and down goes Douglas. As suddenly as that.
Can he beat the count?
Douglas made it out of the round and took control of the fight.
He tries the uppercut again and misses. Douglas comes back with a left.
Before producing a stunning upset against Tyson in round 10.
Shot that will finish things in.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
Unbelievable. This makes Cinderella look like a sad story, what Buster Douglas has done here tonight.
Let's go ahead and call it the biggest upset in the history of heavyweight championship fights. Say it now, gentlemen.
In September 1996, unbeaten heavyweight prospects David Tua and Darrell Wilson met for the WBC International Heavyweight title. Both men had previously fought on the same card earlier in the year. Tua demolished future titleist John Ruiz in 19 seconds, while Wilson shocked the world by taking the best punches of Shannon Briggs before knocking him out cold.
Touch gloves, good luck to both of you.
As he takes off the robe, looks to be in excellent shape. Same kind of condition that he was in when he fought against Shannon Briggs, if anything.
Many fans expected fireworks from these two youngsters who got off to a fast start and traded punches at close range.
You want to establish a shoulder-to-shoulder with David Tua. Midway through round.
But the fight ended suddenly at the end of round 1 as Tua detonated a vicious hook that left Wilson out cold on the canvas.
Wilson tries a right hand across the top. Tua lands a short left. First down Wilson, or first time Wilson's ever been down.
Can he beat the bell? Can he beat the bell? No, he can't. He's counted out.
Another first round knockout for David Tua.
Clean as a whistle.
That's the left hook, huh?
That was a vicious first round.
In December 2000, IBF light middleweight champion Felix Trinidad and WBA light middleweight champion Fernando Vargas met in a unification match. Both champions were undefeated in 58 fights and had 49 knockouts between them.
In his career, Trinidad has been down in the early rounds.
The bout started at a fast pace, with Trinidad scoring a knockout less than 30 seconds into the first round.
I'm not afraid of you. Then you got to back it up, though. Big left hook by Trinidad, and Vargas is stunned. Vargas is stunned and down.
Vargas jumped back to his feet, but Trinidad immediately floored him again with the left hook.
Go to the wheel. He's not playing around now. Second knockdown for Trinidad. He's the one who said it would be a quick, dominant, full in effect.
Vargas overcame the early scare and steadily worked his way back into the fight. At the start of round 4, he returned the favor by dropping Trinidad with a short left hook.
Gotta give him 2 extra points, and down goes Tito.
The action was back and forth as both men had moments of success.
Should be establishing. Endo would prefer. Well, let him say it. We can't do it. He heard you in the last round. When Felix Trinidad won the round, but lost the right side, hurt from that left hook. And there's another one by Vargas, and this time he doubles the left hook. His right side now, I'm telling you. Folks, that's low. That was low. 10 seconds left in the round now. They come down the stretch of the round, and Vargas momentarily hurt. Because he stops and thinks for a second, and whenever he stops, Trinidad takes advantage of it. Lose concentration. Uppercut attempt.
But in the later rounds, Vargas showed signs of exhaustion, which allowed Trinidad to land multiple clean shots at will.
Another big right hand by Trinidad. Vargas in trouble. He stands and fires with the left to the ribs.
Right here, it's toughness of Vargas against the skin.
I'm not the kind of fighter who'll run. I'll stand with him. I'll trade with him. I'll stay with him all the way. That's what Vargas does as he comes down the stretch in round 9. Mark Ratner, the executive director of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, was 2 seats away. Meanwhile, they're still busting each other face to face.
In round 12, Trinidad floored Vargas with a left hook.
Tito Trinidad is released. Down goes Vargas on a big left hook. And up he gets in.
The gutsy champion quickly jumped back to his feet, but Trinidad connected with a combo that sent Vargas down almost immediately.
Or he's lost this fight. Down goes Fernando again. 3, 4, 5.
He's seriously hurt.
There goes Fernando again. 3, 4.
Once again, Vargas rose to his feet, but Trinidad went in and finished the job with the third and final knockdown in round 12.
And holds on like a skilled veteran. He's a veteran. And that'll do it. The third right hand, the third knockdown of the round. A huge victory for Tito Trinidad.
He closes the show like the champion he is. What a fight.
What a fight. Give the people what they want. Did they get their money's worth tonight, George?
He gave it to them. And also did Vargas. He also did as much.
What a champion. What a performance by Trinidad. Start to finish. Brave heart.
British rivals Anthony Joshua and Dylan White met in December 2015 for the British Commonwealth and WBC International Heavyweight titles. Both men were undefeated, with Joshua sporting a perfect record of 14-0 and White a record of 16-0.
Officially for the Commonwealth and the vacant British title. With an awful lot of...
The fight was action-packed from the first round as both men went toe-to-toe, trading heavy punches. White had Joshua in serious trouble for the first time in his career in the second round, but was able to finish him up.
Crunching right hook. White can certainly take a punch. And he shook Joshua. He shook Joshua. Joshua's hurt. Joshua's in big trouble. Massive turnaround here. White going for it.
The action went back and forth until the 7th round, when Joshua upped his pace and produced a stunning highlight reel knockout.
Got him. Finally got him. Is this the breakthrough? White looking at the legs. There's a grin from White, but the legs are betraying him, and down he goes.
He's hurt.
Surely no way up here for Dylan White. It's stopped. It's over. Dramatic and unbelievable at the finish. Joshua, asked a lot of questions tonight, came up with the answer when it mattered, and it was a brutal finish.
I think White's still trying to get out.
White's still in some distress.
I think he thinks the fight's still going on. He's trying to beat the count or something.
They've got the paramedics in there with the oxygen.
I think it's just the fighter's pride. He doesn't want to be on the floor. They're forcing him to stay on the floor. Well, it's just a precaution. They're giving him oxygen. That was an energy-sapping fight. He is exhausted and he's hurt.
In 2007, Floyd Mayweather Jr. defended his WBC and the Ring Welterweight Championship against Englishman Ricky Hatton. Both men entered the contest with unbeaten records, having a combined record of 81-0.
Touch him up. You like watching Floyd Mayweather fight? Feast your eyes. He flatly claimed to us yesterday that he will not.
Hatton, a 2-division champion, forced Mayweather to work hard in the early going with his relentless forward pressure.
The foot specialist was amazing.
As Hatton is functionally in the fight.
See, that's again that foot speed. He's got Floyd enough to fight tonight.
Well, and Harold Letterman scored the first round for Ricky Hatton.
However, once Mayweather found his rhythm in the middle rounds, it became one-way traffic as the champion used his superior boxing skills to wear down the hitman.
Mayweather rocked him. He rocked him and got away with a low.
Roy Jones at the peak of his career.
In round 10, Mayweather floored Hatton with a perfect left hook.
And stride for stride throughout his career.
A check left hook went right into it. He never saw it.
What a perfect shot.
Although Hatton was able to get back up, he was clearly still hurt, and Mayweather needed only a few more punches to end the show.
This fight is over. Floyd Mayweather has a knockout victory over Ricky Hatton.
Mayweather dealt with with a situation or a fighter he's never been confronted with before.
And it brought the best out of him.
He stayed close.
In April 2016, Robert Helenius and former WBC heavyweight title challenger Johan Del Paz met for the vacant WBC silver heavyweight title. Helenius, who was unbeaten in 22 fights, suffered a knockdown in the fourth round. Helenius returned to his feet and tried to fight back. However, despite a spirited effort from a bloodied Helenius, Del Paz closed the show in the sixth round with a knockout.
Kyllä. Näin siinä kävi. Ranskalainen tuli ja yllätti kaikki tuolla sitkeydellään. Voi mahoton. Ja Robert on tajukankaalla. Helenius on saanut tosi pahat osumat. Hän lepäilee tällä hetkellä tuolla kanveisilla, kuten näette ruudusta.
In April 2000, Lennox Lewis defended his WBC, IBF, and IBO championships against unbeaten Michael Grant.
To the both of you. Although this doesn't seem to interest the public, these are two good men.
These two behemoths got off to a fast start in round one, but it was Grant who started as the aggressor.
Traded it by pounding a right hand through it.
Right hand puncher, but he needs his guy.
However, Lewis connected with a big right hand midway into the first round that sent Grant down.
You need Vaseline. Lewis lands an uppercut and Grant goes down. Thunderous uppercut.
That punch landed very high on the head.
With a minute left in the round, Lewis sent Grant down for the second time.
Lewis lands a right hand on the top of the head. Grant trying to fire back. Ropes held him up. Mercanti will count again. 2 knockdowns in the round. 5. No 3 knockdown rule in a heavyweight title fight. 8.
Grant got up and tried to hold on to make it out of the round, but Lewis floored him for the third time at the end of round one.
Lewis has still got to be. Whoa! That should do it. That's it. That should do it. That's it. He's broke his leg. Don't be. I don't think.
Lewis came out as the aggressor in round two, but after being unable to put Grant away immediately, he took a more conservative approach. Lewis finally got the knockout punch with less than 30 seconds left in round two.
And for the moment, Lewis looks punched out as he lands another uppercut. And 6, 7. This time I don't think so. 9. That's it, my man. That's it. That's it. That's it. I got you.
The plan to attack Lennox Lewis just backfired.
Big time.
Need to be conservative. Let the fight go along. Get some advantages. He didn't do it.
In October 1996, Roy Jones Jr. made the 5th defense of his IBF super middleweight title against IBF #1 contender Bryant Brannon. Jones came into the bout with a record of 32-0, while Brannon equally sported a perfect record of 16-0.
Physique. You can see the muscles bulging as he races across the ring.
Brannon charged right at Jones from the first bell, throwing a flurry of punches that prevented the champion from mounting any effective offense.
Punches, but none of them landed.
I guess if you fear something sometimes, the best way is to get right as close as you can.
Yes, I did see this once before. You remember a guy by the name of McNeely that fought Mike Tyson?
Yep. Well, he's keeping Jones from getting off to a fast start.
Meanwhile, Roy threw one punch, but it landed.
But midway into the first round, Jones found an opening and unleashed a barrage of punches that knocked the challenger down.
Very calm, I think, though, Jim. Good left hook by Roy Jones.
Oh, he rocked Brannon with a solid left hook, and now he's got Brannon wobbled. Here we go. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I think the punch that started that was a left to the body that started that whole combination.
We mentioned that Jones was so calm weathering that storm, blocking punches, just looking to set the...
After barely surviving the rest of the round, Brennan seemed to have fully recovered in round 2, but Jones sent him crashing down again with a left hook.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Left hook again. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Brennan showed great heart by returning to his feet, but he was no match for Jones, who knocked him out cold moments later.
Putting up a big fight against Roy Jones. And their man is just getting hammered in there now. Ron Lipton watching as Roy Jones tattoos Brennan. And then Jones says, look, you want more? Okay. A convincing case.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. You want to ask again who's the best fighter in the world?
No, I don't have to ask that. So he stepped away and looked at Lipton as though he didn't want to hurt Brennan and said, must I do this? And Lipton says, yes, you must. And Roy says, okay. And he starches the guy. How about that, Larry?
In November 1983, Marvis Frazier, son of former heavyweight champion Joe Frazier, challenged Larry Holmes for the ring and lineal heavyweight titles. Both men came into the bout with undefeated records, but while Holmes was undefeated in 44 fights, Frazier had just 10 fights under his belt. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a great mismatch, as Holmes easily dominated the fight and dropped Frazier midway into the first round.
The long right hand, well, look at that. He's been down as an amateur, Marvis Frazier. This is the first time as a pro. He's not in control of his legs. He measured that right hand, and there's the father.
Frazier made it back to his feet, but was no match against Holmes, who stopped the fight moments later.
Really putting young Frazier in trouble there. Will he get over this first round? The gum shield comes flying out. Bill Zane, the referee, hopefully giving him every chance, but it's all one way now, and he stopped it in the opening round with just a few seconds to go, 3 seconds probably to the end of the first round. There's Holmes' wife, and there's Joe saying to the son, okay kid, I know what that's all about. It's happened to me, but of course never as quickly as that. And there's no doubt that the father's judgment was in serious doubt there, and obviously very wrong, because this is how Holmes said he would have to deal. He said, I was brought up with this kid in the gym. I'm going to get no pleasure out of beating him up. And it looks a very moving moment there between fighters. And considering he got about $2.5 million for that, Holmes.
In November 2014, unified champion Vladimir Klitschko made the 17th defense of his IBF title against unbeaten Bulgarian challenger Kubrat Pulev.
Break that distance down. The referee, you've been talking about enough. Pulev's got to push the envelope a bit.
Pulev came out swinging in the opening round, hoping to catch the champion.
I think Pulev recognises that. That's better. What a jab. A lovely jab there from Pulev and a good run.
However, Klitschko quickly put him to the canvas with a left hook.
And he's making it pay Tim early on.
Oh! No! Pulev is down, and this could be it inside the first round.
Left hook.
Stunned. Absolutely.
He got back up, seemingly unhurt by the knockdown, but Klitschko put him down almost immediately.
And again, the eyes are burying him deep into Pulev. Is he going to do it again?
Pulev had no answers for Klitschko's power. He was made to pay for taunting the champion as Klitschko dropped him again in the third round.
Trying to wow the American fans who watch this. There's the left hook and he's down.
Klitschko ended the fight for good with only a minute left in the 5th round to retain his championship.
With it as well, and he isn't far away. Oh, look at that left hand again, and that is it. Surely Pulev is not going to get up from that. He is out for the count. What a left hook. He is over and done, and that is a stunning conclusion. Just when you thought that Pulev was on the brink maybe of catching him, it is lights out for Pulev.
It's as if it fires him up a little bit. Pulev had a little...
In June 1995, former undisputed heavyweight champion Riddick Bowe defended his WBO title against amateur rival Jorge Luis Gonzalez. The Cuban challenger came into the bout with a perfect record of 23-0, with all but one of his victories coming by way of knockout. Gonzalez, who had defeated Bowe when the two met as amateurs, promised to repeat the success.
They begin round one, and let's see if Bowe...
However, the fight was mostly one-sided, with Bowe dictating the pace of the action, while Gonzalez was forced to hold on for dear life.
Luis Gonzalez, whoever knocked him down, but he's on the verge of going down right now. Perfect landing.
Starting to just bump into his shoulder.
Both landed. Bowe with a hard right hand to the top of the head. Having some difficulty now. And Bowe landing constantly. Wide open for that right hand. He takes another right hand shot. Wobbles away. Lane.
Bowe put an end to the rivalry midway into the 6th round with a brutal knockout.
There it goes. That should do it. That should do it. That's the first time Gonzalez has been down as a pro. And if he gets up from this, he fools me. Now, Mills Lane doesn't bother to complete the count. Another terrific right-hand shot for Riddick Bowe, and I got to tell you, Larry, I wasn't sure we'd ever see him look this good again.
He needed the challenge. He was getting too many easy opponents. He was getting careless. You can't give feed a fighter setups and setups and setups, a good fighter, and expect him to stay sharp. And this brings him back to the top. This is what...
In 1984, James Bone Crusher Smith took on British unbeaten prospect Frank Bruno. Bruno had knocked out all 21 of his previous opponents heading into this fight, and Smith was expected to be his next victim.
On the 10-point must system, but the winner of a round usually gets a half a point more than the loser.
Promoted to number 9 in the world rankings. There's the first big right. To make Smith. And Bruno under some pressure himself now. Beautiful right uppercut. He's saving that one up.
After 9 rounds of battle, Bruno seemed to be cruising to a certain decision victory over his American opponent. But with about 2 minutes left in the 10th and final round, Smith lived up to his name and crushed Bruno, handing him his first defeat.
Oh, he's got him with the left. Smith got him with the left, and Bruno's legs won. There he is. Smith doing a Cummings on him. And Bruno looks out on his feet to me. Oh, he's got him. Oh, dear me, the end of the brawl on the ropes. And the left hook whipped over and he's counted out. Bruno is knocked out in the 10th round. Bone
has been fed a series of easy opponents. And James Bone Crusher Smith, at this point, not to be confused with Larry Holmes or Jerry Coetzee, but still a step up in quality, able to stop Frank Bruno with the barrage midway through the 10th round. So much for the heralded Frank Bruno.
You will watch. He has his hands down and is totally defenseless after this punch. His hands are down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anywhere in here they could have stopped it. 6, 7. Finally, Harry Gibbs.
In 1988, 21-year-old undisputed world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson faced unbeaten and former undisputed world light heavyweight champion Michael Spinks. After moving to the heavyweight division, Spinks dethroned longtime champion Larry Holmes to become the new IBF and lineal heavyweight champion. Spinks was eventually stripped of his IBF crown, but since he never lost the title in the ring, many still considered him the legitimate lineal champion.
All right, both these touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Millions and millions of dollars on those, and we're just about ready to go. The opening bell, let's see what happens. Tyson attacks immediately, cuts off the ring, throws away.
In the opening round, Tyson took the fight straight to Spinks and began pounding away with heavy shots to the head and body.
At him, but Tyson...
Spinks was driven into the ropes where Tyson dropped him with a vicious body punch.
Body shot, down goes Mike Spinks for the first time. The count is up the...
Spinks made it to his feet, but all it took for Tyson to end the fight was just 91 seconds.
Spinks in, he leads to the right hand, down he goes. I don't think he'll get up from this. Mike Spinks is laying flat on his back. The count is up to 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. He won't be able to do it. It's all over. Mike Tyson has won it. Spinks almost fell back through a dramatic first-round knockout for Mike Tyson. Unbelievable strike. It came in the first round.
In September 1994, WBC heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis made the fourth defense of his title against American challenger Oliver McCall. Lewis, who won the gold medal at the 1988 Olympics, was undefeated in 25 fights and had 21 knockouts. McCall, on the other hand, sported an unimpressive record of 24-5, with most of his wins coming against unknown journeymen.
Known as one of Mike Tyson's primary sparring partners and really doesn't have that signature win.
However, less than 30 seconds into the second round of the fight, McCall shocked the world by delivering a huge upset over the champion.
Flicks out that jab. Oh, it's a short right hand. Hey, and Lewis doesn't look good.
9.
This fight is over. It is over. What a shocker here in England.
He called it perfect.
Lewis is incredulous. McCall is celebrating. A new heavyweight champ, and it comes in...
In April 2012, unbeaten Ukrainian Ismail Silak defended his NABF light heavyweight title against Russian Denis Grachev. Grachev also came into the bout with an unbeaten record, but he was considered a massive underdog.
Fighting, that's where he feels he's got the most knockout power. Well, he's above that tonight at light heavyweight.
In round 3, Silak forced the challenger to take a knee with a hard right hand.
Well, he's not jabbing on his way in. When you press, you want to press behind the jab.
Grachev quickly climbed back to his feet but seemed unsteady. However, Silak was unable to put Grachev away.
It's already scheduled for it to be 10-8 because of the...
Grachev worked his way back into the fight and returned the favor in round 8, knocking Silak out and handing him his first defeat.
Right hand gets caught. Right hand hurt Grachev. It hurt, and it hurt him. And he's in trouble. Just what I was talking about, that it was going to happen one of these nights. And guess what? It's happening right now.
The kickboxer landing a left and right. He's going down, and it's over.
And we said it. We said it. That a right hand was in the future of Salah. We said it early, and it happened late.
Teddy Atlas, he called it earlier on, and it came true. Ismail Silak caught by Denis Grachev. He did not go after Grachev, and he paid the price as Ismail Silak is knocked out in the 8th round of this fight.
In November 2001, Costa Tszyu and Zab Judah met in a junior welterweight unification bout. Tszyu held the WBA and WBC belts and had a record of 27-1, while Judah held the IBF belt with a perfect record of 27-0.
Touch glove, now let's go to work.
Judah, referee Jay Nady brings them together.
Judah controlled the fight in the opening round with his sharp and accurate jabs, which hurt Tszyu a couple of times.
Both fists telling us the early stages of the fight will be pivotal. He's nailing Tszyu here. Tszyu holding on. That movement by Judah, and then he comes through with a combination to the head. And whirling away.
However, the fight was over suddenly in the second round after Tszyu landed a vicious punch that damaged Judah's equilibrium.
Giving him evening things up. And ending strong. Down he goes. A right hand. He's in trouble.
He's in real trouble.
It's over. JD stops the fight in the second round. And it's So we have controversy here in Las Vegas as Zab Judah protests along with his people. Here at the setting for one of Mike Tyson's greatest disappointments to Evander Holyfield, a major disappointment for his Brooklynite friend Zab Judah. 2:59 around 2. Unbelievable. A shocked Zab Judah.
In this battle of undefeated prospects, American Daniel Jacobs and Russian Dmitry Pirog met for the vacant WBO middleweight title in July 2010. Jacobs had compiled a perfect record of 20-0, with 17 of those coming by way of knockout. Pirog also had a perfect record of 16-0, with 13 knockouts, but he entered the bout as a slight underdog.
And now the bell sounds for round number 1. I had ridiculed the fact that the winner of that belt stripped it from Sergio Martinez.
Jacobs, who had the reputation of putting his opponents away in the early rounds, was stunned by Pirog in round 2.
Head's corner in Victor round 2. Very good.
Hard right hand by Pirog. Jacobs almost went down.
I was going to say where he's coming from because it's such a different variety of punches. And
really to American food. Didn't go to the Russian restaurant here in the He's beating Jacobs up in this round.
When I
he caught up in those rounds. Beers at the first round was good. You know,
rehearsing and tapes of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Look, I don't suppose Pirog.
However, Jacobs did enough to be ahead on all the judges' scorecards by the end of round 4.
Shea Smith, much older than Pirog, not nearly as active.
But only a minute into round 5, Pirog caught Jacobs and knocked him out cold.
It was, but I don't think it was intentional, and I don't think it was.
Oh, down goes Jacobs on a perfect right hand. Maybe that. No way. Robert Byrd won't even finish the kiss his arms, and Jacobs is gone on a knockout by Pirog. Well, you said it, Emmanuel. He's never seen it like the opponent with whom he was in there tonight. And Dmitry Pirog from Sergio Martinez, the legitimate middleweight. I doubt it.
Which of these knockouts is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if there are more knockouts you know that are not on this list, write them in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on the bell icon.